here's a question for you. Is marriage overrated?
Why aren't people getting married anymore?
A new Pew Research poll found that 2 in 5 young adults think marriage is an outdated tradition.
Marriage rates are at their lowest right now.
Is marriage really even worth it?
More than half of marriages end in divorce.
If you get married, you have to be stuck with this person for the rest of your life, right? That's why you get married. So that's why it's declining. Why would you get married if you want to have just one partner when you can have multiple?
Marriage is stupid.
Welcome to the Married AF Podcast, self-proclaimed greatest marriage and relationship podcast on the planet. We are your hosts, Matthew and Monica Powers, and we are here for another episode of the podcast. Welcome, beautiful.
I'm so glad to have this back.
Well, we can just look at each other.
I don't have to sit in an angle and face you this way.
We're just dead on staring at each other the way it was meant to be. For those of you who are watching, and you should be watching because, you know, it's a lot more fun to watch sometimes than listen. Unless you're like in your car or something like that. I would not recommend watching while you're in your car, or maybe not while you're at work, because that probably wouldn't go over well. But we're kind of back where it all started.
Yippee!
Back into the office area, the original area where we recorded. Listen, that's one beautiful thing about us. You don't know what you're going to get to on a week-to-week basis.
Oh, it's great that our basement's finished now and we can move all the things that we needed to get out of the way, out of the office.
Basement is finally done. Well, like 85, 90% done. There's a couple little cosmetic things that we're adding to it.
But the people who are doing
construction work,
yes,
completely done.
Yes.
No more. Finally, it's done. We hung out there last night, which was amazing. The thought was, oh, you know what? We'll do podcast down here. We'll record. But you know what? It's just a great spot to be able to just hang out as the family. The kids can go down there. We got the big giant bean bags down there,
woo-hoo, which
they were jumping on last night. And our very first love seat from the furniture we bought. The very first time we ever bought furniture that we've loved so much, we've managed to keep it somehow.
15 years.
I don't know how we've been able to manage to keep it, but we did. It's there. The TV's there, the whole setup. So we're just back in the office because I kind of like the setup. I like being able to look at you, you know, with all the cameras and lights and all the nonsense that goes into all this. This works.
It does.
And I'm okay with it. So watch on YouTube. It is on YouTube. Watch on YouTube. But thanks again to all who listen and like, subscribe, review, all of the fun things that just help this show go further than we ever even imagined it possibly could.
Absolutely.
Who would have known that a silly little small group would have turned into something that's reaching people literally all over the world.
20? How I tried to count all the different countries.
I was like
20?
No, it was way more than that. It was close. It was nearing 100. Granted, some of our locations only have like a handful of downloads,
but they're still
they're there. Like Bangladesh,
like,
you know, Bangladesh is one. We're still big in Germany. People in Germany absolutely
Germany.
Love us. Dubai likes us. The Philippines like us a lot. Australia, the Perth Heat baseball team, Perth Heat. If you're in Perth Heat,
totally go to a Perth Heat game and do a live podcast. I will not be against that.
Not at all. Listen, I love the Boston Red Sox more than any team in the world, but Perth Heat. Those people who are listening in Perth, and we're getting the downloads in Perth. If you're a member of the Perth Heat or know someone with the Perth Heat, we want to come for the Perth Heat. We'll be officially the podcast for the Perth Heat.
Absolutely.
Sign us up all day long. But yeah, it is pretty incredible the reach that it's having, literally all over the world. You know, some of these countries I'd never even heard of.
I know. I had to ask you how to say this one.
What is this one? Where is this one from?
Know.
And it's on, you know, not Antarctica, but all other continents. We're there. Someone in Antarctica, y'all can listen. I mean, come on now, step it up. You don't want to be the last ones to the party.
Everyone that goes and does the research in Antarctica.
Yes.
Please take us with you.
Now just take us with you. That way we can hit all 7 continents and we can be absolutely everywhere. But it has been incredible. And I just want to thank to everyone who has given this a shot and listened and continue to come back and listen again and again and again. We'll continue to do it as people want to hear it. But whenever you don't, it's like, all right, well, that was that. And it's time to move on to the next thing.
Write the book, Powers.
Open-ended. We'll see what happens. I don't really know. But today we are recording. It'll come out on Tuesday. We will not happen to have an episode at least the next week because we're going on vacation.
Yippee.
We are going out of town. We will be gone the week
Thanksgiving week.
Thanksgiving week will be gone. So that week of Thanksgiving, there will be no new Married AF podcast. It is possible that the week we come back, there may be one. There may not be one that week too. It kind of depends on vacation. Because coming back on that Saturday, we record usually on Sundays. Listen.
Look, it might be easy now that you're going to keep all this stuff set up.
You know, that's true. But it's more, we can really just come in, hit record and go. So maybe we will. Maybe we'll recap the trip and the vacation, and
the kids can join us that day or something.
Yes, they can recap it because we got the capability to do that, and I think they'd probably enjoy that. Elkie, our daughter, she loves recording podcasts.
She has her own podcast.
Feel the Thunder. It has like 2 episodes, 1 or 2 episodes or something like that. I don't know. She just decided one day she wanted to do a podcast.
But
like, you know what? Yeah, we can.
You told her that she could do this, and I'm like, you are crazy. That's way too much commitment. And you have 2 other episodes that have been recorded.
I do have 2 other episodes. Now, those other episodes are with some of her friends.
Yes.
So one, I need to put it together.
Both set of parents have agreed.
Yeah,
yes,
but
we need to.
I may want the parents to listen to it first.
That we have no idea what is on
like,
there.
Hey, y'all want to listen to this before we put it out there into the universe for people to hear.
And it might literally be worth 3 minutes of.
Yeah, they're probably realistically, they're probably 7 or 8 minutes long. But the conversation she has, especially with her friends, they're so funny.
Who knows what
those little creative brains just crack me up. So, but on today's episode, since we're going on vacation, we'll be gone next week. We're going to talk about vacations.
Let's talk about vacations.
What vacations mean, the difference between a vacation and a family trip, because those can be 2 completely separate types things. So, you know, our vacation, we love going down to Orlando, Disney, Universal, the whole thing. But we like to just go and experience and create those memories.
Absolutely.
Something that, you know, as far as Christmas and this and that goes.
Because those are things that people can't take away from you.
You're right. Well, those are also the things like, you know, you get gifts for Christmas and birthdays and stuff. It's like, well, that's cool for a little bit. And like 2 weeks later, kids especially, they're tired of it. I'm like, all right, well, what's the next thing? Like, that was fun while it lasted, but not what I thought it was going to be. So where's the next thing? But as vacations are the memories, well, we have those conversations with our children. Like, hey, y'all remember this? Hey, y'all remember whenever we did this? Hey, remember whenever Elkie, you know, couldn't walk after riding Hagrid's? Hey, remember whenever this happened? Hey, Cash, remember the first time you did this? And we just be able to have those memories and laugh about it and talk about it, especially whenever we go down. And on the way down, we're talking about, you know, hey, here's what we're going to do. What do y'all want to do? We're going to go do this and that. It's just something really, really fun to be able to do. Mm-hmm. So vacations. I think, especially as a married couple or in a relationship, listen, vacationing together tells a lot about a person. It really does.
Yes. Like as your partner, like us.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I think it does in any kind of relationship.
It does. Like when you vacation with friends.
There's certain friends you don't want to go back on a trip with.
That's a, you know, vacationing with friends. That's a big step.
Yes.
Because you're like spending a week together, possibly.
You are getting very intimate with this other family.
You are. And listen, you just don't necessarily know how they do life and do things and do that.
And
so
you think
stay
you
with
know,
them.
well, you've decided, hey, we're going to go on a vacation together. Our family, your family. Yeah, it's going to be great. And then it's not.
Yep.
Because you thought you knew how this family maybe have parented or how their relationship was. And then you find out that they do nothing but constantly argue and their kids are just the worst and you don't ever want to be around. And that maybe a 3-day vacation turns into 120 days and you're like, oh God.
What have we done? This was terrible.
This is the longest 3 days of my life.
No, you're exactly right. And you don't know sleep schedules. You don't know how people are in the mornings versus this when they get tired. All of the different things. So vacation. Luckily, we have found people who vacate. Oh man, it's great. It's smooth. It's fun. It's just
it can be even
great experience.
We can plan like typically it's spring break. Mm-hmm. Always spring break and maybe one in the summer, but we can also have those very last minute trips.
Yeah, I mean, it can be hey, y'all want to go do this weekend? Where it's like, yeah, let's go. Let's do it. And and it's going to be fun.
Even though it's 2 days before. Yes.
Yeah, we'll figure it out. We'll make it work.
Because it's just, we found our people.
Yeah, very luckily.
who
So
have a marriage that is like ours, who parent their children like we parent ours. So it's not a question of, oh God, I hope they don't say something. Our children don't need to hear that.
yeah, there's no worry with that at all. And also, like, you know that your kids are going to be fine. That
They complement each other.
They complement each other well, but also, like, you can know that, hey, if my kid steps out of line, they have the authority to correct them.
Yep.
Because
they would correct our children the same way they would correct their children.
which speaks volumes into what that relationship and what those friendships are like. So, vacationing together with other couples, and when you can find it, it's incredible and it's amazing, and it just creates even
Don't
bigger,
let those people go.
better memories. But in the family unit, like the very first time you vacation with your spouse, so to speak, I mean, that can be a make or break type moment, especially, not necessarily when you're married. It's probably not your first vacation together. Chances are you vacationed maybe with parents, with family somehow. So you get a sense of it. But I mean, that could be almost make or break. Like for you, you're a mega planner and you have everything that is possibly needed on that trip. You've got it. You've got it under control.
I
You're
wouldn't
prepared.
say planner.
You're prepared.
I'm prepared.
For every possible situation.
Absolutely. Because if we are going somewhere and if it rains, I'm going to have something that covers everybody, no matter what.
Yes, you are.
Especially if they're not expecting it to be pouring down rain at any point. I'm going to have us covered.
And you need that person on your trip. And it's not like when we pack, we don't have thousands of bags of stuff. Like you almost have
I have it down to a science now.
One, you have it down to a science, but you almost have like a go bag for vacation. Like, all right, this is the bag, and it stays relatively packed all the time. And it's got everything that is needed for the possible situation. And it's just like, all right, we'll take this bag, we'll go. And then once we get to wherever we're going, you open it up and you sort through and like, all right, well, today we're going to do this. This is what it looks like today. It's going to be chilly at night. Let's grab it. It's perfect. Me, on the other hand, I'm more of a, let's just pack the stuff. Let's go. And if we forgot something, we'll just get it whenever we get there. Or we'll do it without. It's only a week or it's only a few days. We will survive and we'll be okay.
I only brought 2 pair of underwear. We're going to be there for a week. It's okay. I'm going to wear them backwards. I'm going to turn them inside out.
So, they have a washer and dryer. It's going to be okay. And I'm going to have to worry about this at all. But having that because I think we complement each other well when it comes to that. I
even pack fans because if we stay somewhere, like the Airbnbs we stay in, if there is not some kind of circulation, yes, you can have the air going, but that does not mean it is constantly circulating.
You're right.
I know that you are going to flip your lid because, oh my God, it's so hot, I can't sleep in here. I am so spoiled on my sleep number bed that has air conditioning on one side.
Listen, I'm not going to lie. When it comes to sleeping, I'm high maintenance.
And we used to not be when we first started vacationing.
No, listen, we would stay where it didn't matter. Like if
we would stay at the nastiest little
because it just at that point
in the wall.
It did not matter. We were gone somewhere.
We would have to wear flip flops
because the place was so gross.
In the
sometimes.
shower.
Yeah, it happened.
We slept on top of the bed because
with towels on top of it because it was so disgusting. But we were on vacation. It didn't really necessarily matter. But I'm a snob when it comes to sleeping. I'm a snob. I like my bed the way I like it. I like the temperature. I've been spoiled with the bed and the air conditioner. It's amazing. The pillows got to be right. We take our travel pillows. You even have the little Sleep Number travel pillows now, so we know we're going to be prepared. That is so needed and so underrated. Whenever you are vacationing with somebody.
People don't think about things like that.
Well, and you don't even know how amazing it can possibly be until you experience it.
True. But then if you get there and you have these flat pillows and you try to sleep on 2 of them, well, they don't stay together.
It's the worst.
Well, then you shove 2 of them into one of the pillowcases and then it's just way too fat. You can't sleep. You cannot get comfortable. You toss and you turn and then if you're there for a week, you are, oh my God, I can't wait to get home and sleep on my bed. Because that's all you're thinking about.
You're exactly right.
I refuse to think like that.
So, I mean, because you are
I also bring an extra blanket.
You do. extra blanket, extra fans, extra everything, because you are prepared
Flying
for whatever.
or driving, either way.
Yeah, because you have it down to a science, but you're prepared for whatever situation may come up. And again, that is so needed in vacationing, and you don't realize how much you need that until you experience it, and then you go back and you're like, I can never do this the other way again. It can never ever possibly be there. So whenever you go on vacation and that happens, it's life changing. But the second part of that is having completely different ideas of what vacation is supposed to be. Because there are some, and it's like plan, do, experience. And then if the other one is like, I just want to lay around. I want to wake up at noon. I want to eat myself to death. I want to sleep. I want to relax. I don't want to lift a finger. I don't want to do anything. I'm just here to relax.
I feel like that's more, for me, that when it's a relaxing type of thing, we better be at the beach. Just us.
There's the key.
I can't relax with my children. It's not that I cannot relax with my children on vacation.
But you can't just
I cannot let
nothing.
my mind take a break.
Well, and that's
because I have to make sure that they are okay.
That's the difference between a vacation and a family trip.
Absolutely.
Family trip is, in a sense, what we're doing. Now, our kids are older and they're good at this trip.
They
made it
really
easy. I mean, it can be a nice, easygoing, overall kind of relaxing trip to go to theme parks and Disney and all that for us now. But for most people, and we've experienced it, we've seen people lose their minds on vacation because they're stressed out. Things are going crazy. We talked about it our last episode, but the last we were in Universal, woman was losing her mind.
We just stopped to sit down because we were hungry. We wanted a snack.
And it was all because they had got separated. No one appreciates me. No one thanks me. I should just ruin. I'm blah, 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 blah.
A lot of word vomit.
A lot of F-bombs going on there with
with
her daughter right there. And that's what you see a lot in these family trip type scenarios. But I think because the parents are trying to make it perfect. They watch too much Instagram or TikTok and they see all they're not perfect. It's just not going to happen. But the family trips, they stress people out. When you get home from it, like, I need a vacation.
You need a vacation from the vacation.
And the vacation side of it is you're going to relax. You're going to take it easy. You're going to kind of disconnect from everything. And you're right. That's you and I. Like, you and I, we're going away. We ain't doing nothing. We're relaxing. Just us. Kind of time just to be together, recharge the batteries.
Well, the last trip we took to Orlando, when it was just us this summer, we got an Airbnb that had a pool. I really felt more relaxed.
It was extremely relaxing.
We didn't have to go.
No, I don't think
I do like the go.
At times. You got to pace yourself a little bit. You can't go every single day. But I think most every day, like, we didn't get going until 12, 1 o'clock. And we get up, get moving. Kids would go swimming, go hang out and just.
We're lucky that our children actually like each other.
Yeah, they have each other to keep each other entertained.
They get on each other's last nerves mostly on purpose, just to irritate the other. But for, I'd say, at least 90% of the time, they have to be together.
Yeah, they're doing things together.
They're 23 months apart. Cash is the oldest. And little sister, she won't let brother do anything that she can't do.
No, she's
going to show him how to do it better.
She's gonna do it better and bigger and better and faster. That's just her competitive nature. That
who knew that she was gonna ever have that? But it's so helpful that they are like that, because if they were the kids that were constantly fighting, I would not have been able to relax, because I would think the other one was gonna drown the other in the pool.
We don't have to worry about that.
They would literally jump in to save the other.
Oh, 100%.
But that trip was very laid back.
It was. Well, and as they've got older, we've kind of transitioned to more of a vacation. Because, like, when we go to Orlando, because we frequent it often, It's not
How many times have we been this year?
I was discussing this with Adam at the gym because he is going. They're in Disney now.
Yes.
They're going this week.
And I'm honestly jealous of their.
Yeah, we'll get it. We won't get into all that. But we were talking about it Friday at the gym, and he was kind of making fun of me because I was like, "Oh yeah, you're going to Disney, you know, Mr. Moneybags, you have the trip of the lifetime, going to all the stuff." It's like, "How many times have you been this year?"
He asked you that?
Yeah, I was like, "Well," and he said, "And your wife went on a girls' trip too." Last minute, I said, "All right, so we made a pit stop in January. Monica and I went in February.
Well, we went to the Bahamas on our way back from the Bahamas.
We made a pit stop. So that
stop.
technically
We're like,
counts.
Okay.
We went in February, just you and I. We went for spring break. You went in April May for a girls' trip. We went this summer. We're going back now. This is 6 times.
That's it?
6 times this year.
Well, I thought it was more. We
Yep.
did good.
6, maybe 7. I don't know. But we go a lot. And our trips.
Okay, I remember. I think we might have went an extra time last year.
We did. We went for
This
Labor Day
year-
last year.
yes.
We went Labor Day.
Labor Day?
Mm-hmm. We did.
We went for the 4th of Labor Day.
We went Labor Day last year. We went spring break in the summer, went Labor Day, and went Thanksgiving last year.
So we went to the 4th of July. We went to Nashville instead.
We did this year instead of going down to.
That's where I was like, I thought we went more because we've been more.
Well, and when we go now, we don't feel like we have to fit in all of the things.
Well, it helps that we are season pass holders.
Well, it does, but we still don't feel like, all right, well, we're here. We better do this, and oh, we hadn't done this yet. And that makes it go a lot easier. So, and even the people who don't go often, like, plan it out. Think through, all right, like, what do we want to do? What are we trying to get out of this? What are we trying to experience out of this? And plan it, because you'll quickly learn, well, I don't have to do all of this stuff. I don't have to go see all this. I don't need to ride that ride. I don't have to see that.
We've done this enough times. We don't have to do that again.
Well, even that, you can look at it and be like, you know what, that's of no interest for me or our kids. We're not gonna do that at all. And I think being able to have those conversations and plan it out is a lot better than feeling rushed, where you're at the parks from the time they open to the time they close. You're gonna be dead.
We used to be this. Well, when it comes to Disney, we are those people.
We can be, but even then, we have picked and choose. Like,
Well,
we don't
now
have to hit all of these things. We just want to hit the things we want to hit.
Right. Well, it also helps that when we go now, we typically go with our people.
Yeah, and they're experts, and
They're just as knowledgeable about all the things as we are. But having that group that we go with, we know the people that are going to do the kiddie rides. We know the people that are not going to do the kiddie rides. So while the people that go do the kiddie rides, the rest of us will go do the big scary rides that nobody are going to do.
And that goes back to having it's nice to be able to separate, say, all right, well, we're going over here with these kids and y'all go over here with these kids. And hey, you go over here with these kids and we'll all meet back at this place in 2 hours. It's like, boom, done. And it's nice and it's easy and it's great. So, vacations are amazing. Being able to have someone compatible to vacation with is incredible. When it's not, man, it can be difficult. I couldn't imagine us being where one of us thinks this way, one of us thinks this way. Man, that would cause a lot of friction, a lot of frustration. I'm sure there are couples who believe in that and see that. You got to be able to find the good common ground. Find someone that enjoys what you enjoy.
What if we were those people
who couldn't figure it out?
Now, listen, when we first started going, our last minute trips and all trips were straight to the beach.
They were. We used to be huge beach people.
Then we moved to Tampa.
Yes.
And we were at the beach constantly.
That's true.
I don't know if that's what did it or having kids probably didn't help.
Here's the thing about the beach.
It's a lot of work.
Well, that's the thing. If I go to the beach, because I still enjoy the beach. I don't want to be too hot. You're not going to catch me there in the summer. Just
the
not going to.
Sand in places
not gonna happen.
Does not need to be.
I don't want to carry the chairs and the towels and the coolers and the toys and the tents and the this, and I'm not going to do it. I refuse. I just won't go. Now, if it's already there and set up and I can just walk there with my towel and my little bag, sit down, and then whenever I'm done, get up and leave, sign me up. I can be good with that. But I'm not taking all. It's too much work.
Where do we go on the
Marco Island.
Marco Island?
Everything was set up. You just walk out
that
there.
was almost a vacation. I know it was work, but
You just walk out.
it was set up.
You just get your stuff.
Do you want the chair with the umbrella or not? Would you like a canopy?
Yeah, would you like
And they
us-
brought you your drinks and food and whatever else you needed. Hi, Miss Powers. Would you need some more sunscreen? We have this and this.
Yeah, and see
Did you
that's
forget your towel? We got you.
that's the beach I can handle now.
Yes.
I still enjoy the beach, but I couldn't imagine.
But me and the sun are not friends anymore.
No, you and the sun don't get along very well at all.
I mean, I'm sure I messed that up in my teens and 20s, getting in a tanning bed every day, and
yeah, very very possible. But
we are just not friends anymore.
no. And we have luckily both evolved from where we were big time beach people to now experiencing other things and doing other things. Thank goodness.
But what if we were the opposite? You loved going to the beach, and I wanted to go skiing. How do you compromise?
I think
those are polar opposites.
they are polar opposites, and I think that it can easily be done if one you love the other enough to let to know that. Two, you talk about it, you plan it, you understand it. But I think a lot of people don't have those conversations. I think there's a lot of animosity when you run into those situations. And there's a lot of people who probably just do what the spouse wants and they absolutely hate it just so it doesn't turn into some sort of fight.
So they're living in misery just to not have a fight.
A little bit. And it's difficult. We've been fortunate enough to be put in a situation where we're able to go and experience things. A lot of people get 2 weeks a year vacation.
Or they go every other
or time
year.
off, so they may only have one opportunity each year to actually go and do something. We've been there plenty of times.
Oh gosh, yeah.
And that was it. You have all right, we're going to plan this trip, and that's all we got for this entire year. That's going to be the only thing that it is. It's difficult to compromise in that way.
This is where we're going. This is the amount of money we have, and we can't do any penny over.
Yeah, this is good. This is going to be it, and that's another thing of vacations. As things have gotten more expensive, you really have to be able to plan and get
we
ready
were even
for it.
talking about that last night with Disney.
We were, and I mean, we like going to Universal and Disney and this and that, but we don't spend a ton of money whenever we're there. Like, we're not getting all the fancy meals and all the snacks. I mean, we bring our own water bottles, we fill them up in the water fountain. We're not spending $12 on a water. It's just not going to happen. We have our refillable cups that we are able to use.
Collapsible, refillable cups. You're welcome.
They're incredible. They're absolutely
and you can.
incredible.
I mean, what people also don't know is in theme parks, you can actually take in your own food.
We've done that. We bring snacks in. We brought
When we had
sandwiches.
5 kids, we took peanut butter and jelly sandwiches because we made enough money to cover what we needed and not to spend anything over.
Yeah, so there's ways to get around that and to have all of that. So let me ask you this, because this is I think this is unfortunately becoming more popular with people. Just doing a little research and finding things, because I think this is crazy. And girls trips, they're good.
They're fun.
They're great. They're fun. Guys trips can be good and fun, and it can be good to go on trips like that with someone other than your spouse, friends, obviously, or other family.
Not another.
No, that's going to end badly.
Spouse.
And that's actually where this takes me. What are your thoughts on people vacationing alone? Hypothetically, if I came to you and said, "Hey, I'm going to whatever for 3 days by myself." Why are you going there? Just because I want to get away. I need the vacation a little bit. Not work related, not this related. I just need a vacation. I need to go. Not with you, not with friends, not with family, not with the kids. Nothing. I just need to go somewhere by myself.
If you came to me and asked me that, I would go straight to the closet. I would get the biggest gun I could possibly find. Come out to that closet, hold the gun up like this and go, "What's her name?"
Because that's exactly what I see with this. Like, vacationing all alone.
If you now that's if you are a married person and you are asking for something by yourself.
Yes.
Now,
absolutely. Now, if you're not,
I do know people that have no attachments, and they do go on vacations alone. And I have very deep feelings about what these people are doing on their vacation. I've watched Dexter. It's called Trinity Killer. And they're just having weird time together.
But if you're not attached, you're not married. I can
Sure,
totally. Hey, I'm gonna get away for a couple of days. I'm gonna go see this. I'm gonna go catch a game. I can make sense of that. I can relate to that. I can understand that. I'm talking about being attached, being married, especially. Your spouse comes to you and say, "I'm going away for a few days by myself." No way. Nah. There's absolutely no possible way. What in
How
the
is that
world?
okay?
How is that not just the most selfish thing in the entire world? I don't understand it at all. I mean, could you imagine?
I didn't even expect that question to go that way. So, no.
No, I can't imagine either. I think.
What would you do if I told you that?
No.
It was just a hard no.
Like where are you going? Why are you going? Why can't we go together?
You are the why guy.
Yeah.
That would be why. You continue to ask why until you get all of the whys answered.
You know why you do that? The reason why I ask why is so I can get to the absolute root of whatever it is. Because whenever you stop asking why, you found, okay, here's the real reason.
Mm-hmm.
And when that why can't be answered, okay, here's the actual real reason why this needs to happen. And I have reason to believe if you came to me with that, I would get to the why, and it would not be an acceptable answer at all.
Because it's not acceptable to do that.
I'm like, well, why are you going there? Who's there? Who are you going with? All by yourself? Well, that's kind of weird. Why can I not go with you? Why can't we do this together? Why can't we? It doesn't make it screams problems. It screams up to no good. What we know is that when we isolate and we get all by ourselves, the enemy will pound on you hard. You're going to end up making a terrible decision.
Yes, you're a punching bag.
You're gonna be all by yourself. You're gonna do something you sincerely regret if you do something like this.
Absolutely.
Terrible idea.
There's no way you can come back from that with zero regret.
Absolutely not. So happy vacation.
Whoop whoop.
Go on vacation. Go on family trips.
Find your people.
Enjoy life over the stuff.
Yes. You don't have to have things. That's why we want to go on. That's my rich, being able to make memories with our family.
Create memories. Mm-hmm. Let's go.
I just need to be better at taking pictures while we're on these things.
Yeah, we stink at that.
We're in the moment, though.
We are. So we'll be back maybe in 2 weeks, maybe 3. I don't know. Enjoy, watch, like, subscribe, leave reviews, all that fun stuff. Thank you, everyone who listens. Again, God, we love you. We're so thankful for this podcast, this platform, and what you're doing. Never going to take that for granted. God, just pray it reaches the ears that it needs to reach, and you do what only you can do. In Jesus' name, amen.
Amen. Play ball.